it's another sleepless night for me so far. I've been sitting here working on these chewy papers that I got from my neighbor. So for those of you that don't know what I'm referring to, it is the company Chewy, where you can buy pet supplies and whatnots. My neighbor runs a kennel, and so she's got probably, I don't know, 30 plus dogs right now. So she gets a Chewy delivery probably about every other day, like 30 boxes of dog food. So I always have access to this paper. I thought about doing this as a recording way too late in this process. So what you've missed is me ironing this out. As you can see, it started out like this, so probably 2.5 feet long and probably 13, maybe 14 inches tall. The paper is perforated, and so I fold it in half, and that creates the space for these pockets. And I cut, so these are cut down to 10 3/4 inches. A little smaller than your standard 8.5 by 11, because as you might have seen in some of my previous journal videos, the stuff at the center of the signature tends to translate outward, and you have to trim. So I just cut these a little shorter so that even if they're the very center of the signature, they should be short enough to not require trimming. So out of that package, or that armful of paper that I carried home from the mailbox, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30 of these big ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 of these little shorties. So when these go into the signature, I'll glue down the sides here to seal up those pockets. Fold these in half, and goes into the signature. So I've got those done. Before it dawned on me, hey, you know, I should just hit the record button, show you guys how I do this. I don't think I have any more that are torn down already. And obviously I'm not going to do this whole pile with you. So figured I'll just do 2, because that'll give me the extra sheets that I need to also show you what I do with the scraps. Oh, there's one that's torn. Oh, I have 2. I'm going to do the tall one. I'm going to do the full sheet ones, just so I can show you the full process of this. I have a old sewing book. It's a Simplicity. Not sure, I don't remember what company this was. But anyway, I initially got it because I thought, you know, I'd be able to use the pages to fold up and use as design, but I've yet to be able to figure out a way to make that work without it being obvious what it is. You know, I've tried folding it in various ways, and it's inevitable. There's always a foot or a head or a hand, something showing that makes it obvious that it's a person. So I haven't really used them for what I had initially intended. So what I decided to do is use them for this. So what I'm doing is I'm strengthening that front pocket. But I'm also going to be tearing down that front pocket, so I'll have half-ish of the paper. So I want to figure out which side of the paper I like, which is going to be the most appropriate, I guess is the right word I'm looking for the other. Did I grab the wrong glue stick? I sure did. This is my empty one. Let's put that over there where I won't grab it again. So I'm just applying glue to this entire half of this pocket. I'm obviously trying not to rip the paper. Making sure to get those edges. You know, it's not super vital at this stage of the game if you don't. Because again, when you're making your journal, you're going to make the decision. Am I going to sew this? Am I just going to glue it? You know, what exactly am I doing with it? So I'm gluing this one directly to the paper because I want the back side of this to be accessible. And I want this half of the paper. Change my mind. I want this half. I was thinking, yeah. So again, once I get these first two done, I'll show you why I'm being so picky about what part's getting glued down and what's not. So I'm pushing this all the way up into that fold where that perforation is. And squishing that paper down. Great little tool, found it at my dollar store. Took the place of my mucky old credit cards that I was using. This is hard to do because I have a pile that's in my way. I'm just going to set this aside for now. Fits perfectly on my phone. My phone stand, which is nice. Gonna glue that side down. So I'm sticking the side that I'm gluing up, right? So that way when I get glue on it, doesn't really matter because that's the side that's getting glued anyway. As I'm going to be getting glue out here on the page. Cute shoes she's wearing. Miss being able to wear heels. Especially my wedges. Again, I'm just doing that edge since this is my I'm gonna go this side. All I'm really doing here is just applying some pressure, squishing any kind of glue globs, squishing them out. But I'm also kind of forcing the two paper fibers to join together. Now I've got the edges. You can see that, you know, it's poking out. I'm going to fix that when I finish the entire pile, I'll go through and trim these up. Now for here, all I'm going to do is just randomly tear across. I'm going to try to keep just the white showing. You can see I got a little bit of that red showing there. Don't really want that because it's kind of a little hard to cover up. So I'm just going to tear it a little bit. So when I ink it, as long as it's close to the brown paper, I'll be able to cover a lot of that up. But red is hard to cover with anything except for black. So this will be my pockets. Go this way so you can see it. So when I fold it in half, glue the sides down, I have a pocket here and a pocket here. Tear this other one down. So I'm not trying to go straight. I want to give it, you know, give it some character. I'm going to trim that one back just a little bit. And ideally you would want these to dry a little bit more before you start tearing into them. I'm a bit impatient. And I'm also videoing. So, now with these, what I'm going to do is trim this down. Trim this one down. Trimming off the legs. Trimming off the arms, the head. Just trying to get it down to this basic black. I could save these. I think I will save this one. Throw that one away. I'll throw these away. Trying to start being okay with throwing things away. Figure out how I'm gonna, I might just fold that in half. I'm like, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that black one. Again, this is something you would really ought to wait till your glue is dry. Let's cut her legs off. But again, I'm me and I'm videoing, so I'm not gonna wait. So I've got these all trimmed down. Just gonna fold this one in half. And the reason I'm doing this is really thin paper. It's just a magazine page and one ply of that brown paper. And so my hole punch does not like the thin paper, especially when it's still a little wet. But what I'm doing with these scraps is I'm just punching out little 1-inch circles that I can use for various decorations. This one's got stuck. Punch out some black ones. Stack these two together. That one's a cool one. Oof. because those ones are a lot more wet than the first ones were. Put the short one on top. Hopefully I can keep them lined up. I don't know how many I'm going to get out of this one. Oop. Locked my hole punch. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if there's a little... Now you could save these. There are crafters that I've seen use the negatives, you know, gluing them on a page. In this case, I would probably glue them this way onto like a white page, you know, so it'd be like this. You could use these as like specimen slides. Put a little piece of acetate and glue these back to back like this with the acetate and a picture sandwiched in between. For me, they're going in the garbage. I have enough. I have enough. So of all the ones that I did before and the two that I just showed you, I have all these 1-inch circles that I can use now for decoration in various journals. What's going on with this one? Well, they were just stuck together. So it's different dress patterns is all it is. Pants. These are pants, or were pants. So just different, all kinds of different ones. Depending on, you know, so you just kind of dig through them and find one that fits what you're looking for right now. So not only are, you know, is my punch arguing with me because I keep doing small, thin, wet stuff with it. I think it also needs to be sharpened. So, whoops, keep dropping them. So yeah, there you go. And all those little circles just to use in random decorations on snippet rolls, whatever. And this little baggie was made out of a Ritz bag. Woo, I'm dropping circles everywhere. I think I just dropped about 10 of them onto my floor. I will pick them up after the video. But yeah, this was a Ritz bag. And I just folded it in half, ran it through my sewing machine, used my pinking shears across the top, made a little baggie. Yeah, still working away in my craft room. But that's it for this one. Peace.